Thank you, John. Good morning, everyone. It's so great to be here with all of you, and I want to especially thank our gracious hosts here in Bahrain, especially the Crown Prince Salman for his nation's warm hospitality for myself and a team and all of us here from the United States. Also want to give a shout out to Tulsi Gabbard, who I know was here last night, a fellow cabinet member, director of national intelligence, and all the others, including Sheikh Nasir and others that are doing such a great job of hosting us. Also grateful for all of you that are here, and for John. Thank you, John, for your decades of work to pull together this important collection of ministers, ambassadors, distinguished guests, business leaders. The topics that you're all discussing here today are important for the entire world, and I appreciate the dedication that all of you have towards securing national security and to building dialogue and collaboration around the world. It's an honor to be with so many leaders that understand how integral that energy security is to national security. And I'm here today just to offer some brief remarks and then take a Q&A with John and the group, but I would want to start with the highest level. It's been an honor to serve as part of President Trump's cabinet, and as John said, in the newly formed National Energy Dominance Council. The National Energy Dominance Council is made up of about half of the cabinet, with the understanding that it takes a whole of government approach to make sure that everything from sanctions to tariffs to our nuclear energy, to the enormous blessing of glorious natural resources that we have on public lands in America, that all of these come together along with permitting reform and regulation reform to make sure that we can move at the speed that's needed. President Trump understands that national security is deeply entwined with energy security, and I think that you're seeing President Trump really exercise what we would call energy diplomacy in his work around the world. I've been asked to try to summarize the U.S. perspective, and I would put it into two words. Number one is peace. President Trump desires almost more than anything that we stop the wars and stop the conflicts around the world, stop the killing, as he likes to say, and that as a world, that with peace at hand, that we can then start focus on prosperity. And that there is a opportunity for a golden age of abundance for not just the United States and our allies, but for every country, working together towards the common goals that all desire. With that, I would say there's another deeply entwined part of this peace and prosperity mission, which is a complete redirection relative to energy production that may have been gone on in the more progressive world. And that is that this idea that somehow that we're in a period of energy transition. We're going to transition from one form of energy to another form of energy, reflecting that somehow demand for energy was static. But we have a very common sense approach and an understanding that right now we're in a period of massive energy addition. There is no transition per se, but energy addition. We need more energy in the world to power prosperity. We need more energy in the world to fuel artificial intelligence. And we certainly need more energy for those in the world that don't even have access to the basic things like electricity today. And so when President Trump talks about the Energy Dominance Council, it's really about going beyond energy independence. It's about fundamentally having to have energy diplomacy. You have to have the energy to sell to your friends and allies so that they do not have to buy from your adversaries. To have energy dominance is energy abundance, to be able to have affordable, reliable electricity prices for consumers and industry, but also to be able to have the power to be able to win the AI arms race. So with this perspective we've been pursuing, and I would just have to say it's been incredibly remarkable. If you think back to just 1 year ago, we were days away from the U.S. election, and under the prior administration there was actually a ban on the construction of LNG export facilities in the United States. Today, here I stand before you, the United States, the #1 LNG exporter in the world, and our exports are up 25% over a year ago, 25% on top of the largest number of the world. the level of investment and construction and ingenuity and innovation that's going in to speed our ability to expand the exports of LNG off of the Gulf of America, the Gulf Coast, to our allies, particularly in Europe, has been remarkable. But there's more to come. And I would say, again, President Trump's not only completely changed the direction of our country in terms of energy production, we also hit a, as he famously talked about during the campaign, when he would say, drill, baby, drill, which was a euphemism that everyone could understand for we need to increase, not decrease energy production. In July, we set a record of 13.6 million barrels of oil today production in the United States. We expect that number to climb even further because we've taken such a 180-degree different direction in terms of permitting and particularly on public lands. President Trump's interest in this region, I think, speaks for itself. The very first diplomatic mission he took upon being in office was to the Gulf region. That was a mission that was acclaimed around the world. It was a mission that reaffirmed friendships. It was a mission that reaffirmed military and strategic alliances and helped, again, pave the way for the dramatic results of the ceasefire that we've just achieved in October when he made a trip to Europe. Many of you, I'm sure, were there, or the leaders of your country were there, celebrating that historic moment. What's next in terms of the U.S.? There's one major conflict that rests heavily on Europe's and President Trump's mind, and that's the Russia-Ukraine conflict. There certainly is an intention to bring that conflict to a close. Like terrorism around the world and terrorist groups that were funded with sales of petroleum products, many of those coming from Iran. The Russian war machine is fueled by sales of oil and gas. And again, under the idea that we want to sell energy to our friends and allies so they don't have to buy from our adversaries, there's a concerted effort between the U.S. and the EU to be sure to be able to supply all the LNG that Europe needs so that they can stop buying Russian gas. This is going to mean investments in infrastructure in Eastern Europe. Certainly one of the strategic goals we have is a north-south corridor for LNG. The amount of LNG exports to Europe have hit an all-time high. The U.S. has the capacity. We have 5 more LNG facilities, all of considerable scale, coming online. We can meet all of Europeans' needs for replacing 100% of Russian gas with U.S. production. But we need the infrastructure. So again, investment opportunities abound in Eastern Europe as we give particularly those landlocked countries in Eastern Europe the optionality to have not just one pipe into their country, but 2, so they have the optionality of who they purchase from in the future. In closing, to wrap up these opening comments, is to just say, again, thank you to all of you that are here. And again, thank you to John for this convening. The opportunities for alliances with the United States have never been greater. The opportunity for partnerships and investment in our country have never been greater. As we move to onshore, reshore manufacturing, as we head into the AI era of AI, there's going to be increased demand for electricity in all forms. And I would just say on the AI front, it's important to understand that a kilowatt of electricity is worth more today than it ever has been in human history. A kilowatt of electricity now can not only turn on the lights in a beautiful room like this, or heat a home, or help move a car. You can convert electricity directly into intelligence. Software during my lifetime has been the one thing that has transformed human capability more than any other invention. It's something that's extended the capability of the human mind. But now with AI, where we can not only just develop products, AI software can actually develop code. It can start solving problems on its own, or problems that we would direct it to solve. And so there's going to be an explosion in productivity, but it also comes with that a demand for electricity. Every manufacturing plant in the future is going to be highly automated. If it's highly automated, it's going to have robotics. The robotics are going to require electricity. So there's a huge demand for electricity in the world, and there is a race that's on to make sure that the United States can have all the electricity that we need to win the AI arms race, and to make sure that we've got affordable energy prices for everyone. Because as you know in this room, energy is not a separate energy. It's not a separate industry. Energy is the basis of all other industries. It's in the clothes we wear, the cars we drive, the food we eat, and having affordable energy prices is the key to prosperity. So again, I'll close where I began, which is with gratitude for all of you, and for gratitude for being in a room of people that understand that energy security and national security are intertwined, but prosperity of the planet is also tied to energy policy. And with energy abundance, we can lift the lives of everyone around the world. With that, I look forward to taking questions from all of you. Thank you.
Mr. Secretary, thank you very much. I think the Europeans in the room will have been very content with your linking your energy diplomacy in part to the policies the President is pursuing in the interest of getting a peace between Russia and Ukraine. The Bahrainis in the room will be very interested in your message of economic partnership because of the CCPA arrangement that was signed, and